The Speaking Garden, The Words That Wait. This is a story about three Angelteers who arrive in a garden where every flower speaks the moment someone comes near, filling the paths with advice, opinions, warnings, and answers nobody asked for. Their 25th miracle-minded adventure begins when they discover that helpful words do not come from speaking first. They come from listening deeply enough to know whether anything needs to be said. The three Angelteers entered the speaking garden beneath a sign, "Every flower has something to say." Spider Monkey leaned toward a sunflower. "Stand taller," a rose called out, "Try harder." A daisy shouted, "Smile more." Howler Monkey covered his ears. "This garden has opinions." Squirrel Monkey passed a row of tulips. "Explain yourself. Be careful. Say something clever." Squirrel sighed. "Apparently silence is not in season." At the center of the garden, a young woman named Celia sat twisting a handkerchief. Her friend Mara stood nearby. "You haven't spoken to me all morning," Mara said. Celia opened her mouth. Three flowers interrupted. "Defend yourself. Make her understand. Remind her what she did." Celia snapped. "You always make everything about you." Mara's face fell. She walked away. Celia stared after her. "That is not what I meant to say." Spider sat beside her. "What did you want to say?" "I just wanted the pressure to stop." Howler nodded toward the flowers. "They are very committed to helping." A lily shouted, "Go after her!" Another called, "Wait until she apologizes." Squirrel became still. "What are you feeling?" he asked Celia. "Angry." And underneath that, she looked down, scared she's leaving. Squirrel noticed his own mind preparing advice. Tell her to apologize. Explain the misunderstanding. Then a faint fragrance of jasmine drifted from a quiet corner. He breathed in. "What is this for?" The need to answer softened. Another question arose. What would be truly helpful to say? Nothing came. Squirrel smiled. "Maybe not yet." Celia blinked. "I thought you were supposed to help." "I am trying not to confuse helping with talking." They sat quietly. The flowers kept offering suggestions. "Set a boundary. Be nicer. Use better communication." Spider whispered, "Some of these flowers have attended workshops." After a while, Celia's breathing slowed. She looked toward the path where Mara had gone. "I think I know what I actually want to say." Squirrel nodded. Celia found Mara beside a pond. She began, "I'm sorry," then stopped. Mara waited. Celia tried again. "When you asked why I was quiet, I heard criticism. I got scared and attacked you. What I really wanted to say was that I've been overwhelmed and didn't know how to ask you to stay with me." Mara's shoulders softened. "I wasn't criticizing you." "I know that now." Mara sat beside her. "I can stay." No flower commented. Even the garden seemed quiet. Then a trumpet-shaped blossom shouted, "Excellent resolution." Howler gently turned it toward the hedge. Later, they found the gardener trimming vines. "Can you make the flowers stop talking?" Spider asked. The gardener laughed. "No, but visitors eventually learn they do not have to repeat everything they hear." Squirrel looked around. Advice, rehearsed speeches, clever answers, all could arise. But not every thought needed a mouth. A boy nearby was crying because his kite had torn. Howler approached. The first thing in his mind was, "Don't cry. We can fix it." He stopped. What would be truly helpful to say? Nothing. So Howler sat beside him. The boy cried for a while. Then he handed Howler the kite. "Can you help me repair it?" Howler smiled. "Yes." They patched the paper together. Spider watched. "You gave an entire speech without speaking." Howler nodded proudly. "My finest work." At the garden gate, Celia and Mara were walking together. Squirrel realized that being used for helpfulness did not mean producing perfect spiritual sentences. Sometimes a word was given. Sometimes a question. Sometimes an apology. Sometimes silence. He did not need to make himself the author of what another person needed. He became quiet once more. "If words are helpful, let them come through." Spider looked at him. "And if they aren't?" Squirrel smiled. "Then perhaps love has another way to speak." They continued down the road. Behind them, the flowers resumed their endless conversation. They no longer needed to answer every voice. Miracle-minded practice. What would be truly helpful to say? May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.